yank up like we're the Incredible Hulk. We're gonna yank up on this bottom seat. Okay. Just move the seat belts out of the way. Hey, what is that? Huh, I gotta look at that better, see what that coin is. Alright, and we pick it up. We're gonna put this. Wow. And what we're gonna do is put this stuff out of here. Put this on top of the roof on the side, but put it upside down so the bottom half don't scratch the roof. Alright? Okay, let's see if I can set this up in a better way. Now, if you notice, we got two panels here, two access panels. Get this stuff out of the way. Bunch of change. Okay, we'll be right back. Okay, now we got two access panels here. Now, I never did a fuel pump on one of these vehicles, so here's the guessing game. Which one of these covers has the fuel pump under it? And see if you can guess it right before I pull it off. Me, I'm gonna guess with the one on the right. This one right here. So let's get us looks like a 10mm. Alright, got me a 10mm deep, 3/8 drive, and got my air ratchet hooked up. But I got no air. So, let's go start our compressor up and get that going. Right back. Alright, we got our air compressor pumped up. You like that pause? Alright. I'm choosing this one because I see a lot of wires going to that one. So let's take off these bolts and see. Alright, let's get our nuts together over here. Okay, let's pop this cover. Let's see. It looks like it. Looks like it. That's cool. All right, that looks like it right there. So the other side must be, well, I don't know, because the pump looked like it came with a sender, but you know, just out of curiosity, I just want to look at what's under this other side. Good question. Wow, that's pretty. Let me give you take a closer look at this, because it was actually got me tempted to take it out. All right. Now, here's the right one. You notice this, I would say it was this one because all these wires going to it. Let's just pull this plug out like that and unplug it. And then you got that one over there. Maybe it's a sender for the or something. I don't know what the heck that is. What is that right there? Huh. Interesting. I'll look that up. But this is our pump, so I call that correct. Can you dig that? Alright, let's get us a little snip right here. Cut this clamp off because we're going to put a new clamp on it and pop this hose off. Then we're going to get us a pry bar and all, knock this ring around. Alright, we'll be right back. Okay, first thing we're going to do is get us a pair of wire cutters or something. And we're going to break this off. You can see I have a little issue here when I'm trying to film and do this at the same time, but I can do that. There we go. Pop that off. And this one, you definitely want to put you another clamp on that, because that's a lot of fuel pressure coming out of there. And get that old one off of there. Get that old clamp off of there. And alright, then what we got? Pair of hose pliers. See that? Hose pliers are made like that. And what we're going to do is just twist that and take that right off of there. And we got some gas coming out of there. Now, if you do have gas constantly coming out of there, make sure you have you a pair of hose clamps or something to get that out of, to stop that from spilling. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go get a pair and I'm gonna show you what I mean. All right, right back. All right, these some hose clamps. See that? That is a cool design. And somebody gave me these, and I lost one. It sucks. But only thing you do is just put it onto the hose, squeeze it, close it off, and that little ring back there, the oval ring, slide that back and lock it into place. Just hopefully this ain't gonna be in the way, but my pretty much thing is just to show you how they are. If I have to take it off, I'll take it off. Next we're gonna do, I got us a little pry bar here, or you can use a screwdriver. Now an angle pry bar will be even better. And you see how I got this? Now let me go get a hammer, and we're gonna just start tapping that ring, because that ring spins on. We're gonna start tapping that ring around. All right. And let's see if I can set this camera up in a way that I can do that. Okay, I got the camera set up on this some kind of way. All right. Now, let's lock this camera into place. Let's go over there. Alright, you're going to see little nudges coming off of this ring. And what we're going to do is find the best angle. Let the pry bar rest up against one of them. Make sure hold it good. And you're going to take your hammer and you're going to hit. Walking that ring around. Now you get to a point where you can reach your hand down in there. Spin it right off. And this right here is a good time to get you a bucket or something, because taking that thing out, get everything out of the way. So when you take the pump out, you can have something to set it into. Alright? Let me go get something. And then we'll be right back. Okay. I gotta walk all the way back around the car. Keep y'all happy. Alright, we got our bucket. Let's, you know what? This thing is going to be in the way. So let's unhook that clamp. Wow. And make sure I hit that float. And you know, keep an eye on how you took it out. But this thing also got a little ring, a little part that sticks out right here to let you know exactly where to set that in. Look at that pump. Alright. Don't get my tie dirty. Alright, let's go out here and match this up to our new fuel pump. Alright? Okay, got our new Carter fuel pump, P76300M Marcus. Let's match these pumps up. And make sure you can see this here. All right, we got our old one right there. You know, be careful opening this up because you don't want to bend that float. Okay. Oh, looking good. Look at that Carter fuel pump. And looks like we gotta cut the got a wire tie for the new gasket right there. But other than that, everything matches up okay. Make sure there's the same terminals inside the plug. Nothing's broken. Alright, let's get some wire cut. Let's get our cutters and cut this off so we can reinstall this. Okay. Definitely make sure you got you a new gasket in there. Let's push this on. Taking it easy, again, not to mess with that sender. Alright, there you go. I will meet you back at the BMW. Let's go back there and put this pump in. Okay, we're back set up, got you set up inside here. Let's go get our pump and set that down. Okay, now remember we got a little tab, and I know that tab sets to the back. So let's get this set in there. There's a baffle down inside. You want to make sure that you are setting down inside that baffle. This thing gonna give me a hard time, man. Don't give me no hard time. I ain't got time for this mess. There we go. Now, I noticed like sometimes this thing is not setting down flush, and you know this is plastic, so I don't want to force it. And I think it has something to do with the ring. So I'm gonna get that ring and set that down in there first if I can. go. Checking all the way around, making sure there's even room all the way around. If you are uncomfortable with it, take it back out. All right, now let's get our ring back on here. We're gonna put our ring on and twist it on by hand. I gotta make sure it's even on all sides. Let's get our ring. Okay. Then we're gonna get our hammer and tighten this back up. Thing just came right up, man. There. I am not gonna tighten this down. I'm gonna leave this thing. I want to make sure that I am down, because that thing that's tight down there. Huh. Let me see if I can feel this other one. See, the other one feels like it's further down. Oh my goodness, this thing is tight now. I'm doing this because I want to make sure that I am setting down in here. I do not want to be taking this back up again. Okay. It looks like I'm down, man. Okay, now let's get this little cover off of here. Alright, now before we put that clamp on, let's go get us a new clamp. Before we put the hose on, let's go get us a new clamp, because that's the one we broke off. Alright. Alright, got my clamp and screwdriver over there. What we want to do here is get our clamp up here. The clamp is kind of big, so we're going to get our screwdriver and shorten this up a little bit. And a little bit more. Alright, let's get our hose on. Now remember, this fuel pump is plastic, so don't, be careful with putting these lines on and everything. Alright, and you want to make sure this clamp is tight. Okay. Let's put this back on. Ah! Alright, let's plug it back up. And what I'm doing is putting a little pressure down on it. And at the same time, I'm going to be squeezing this plug in, the clip in, to hold it into place. lets me. There we go. Make sure it's in good. This cover got a little arrow to it. I noticed. I guess that's facing to the front. So let's get that on. Put our 4 10mm nuts back on it. Tighten them up. Like I get some air. Yeah. Let's get these things out of here. Now, if you know that if your sound deadening material broke off of this, you know what you want to do is just try to set them back as much as you can. You know, you can play a puzzle if you want. But I ain't got time to play a puzzle. We'll set it right there, and we're gonna set up the other side. These pieces right here, you can just take out if you want. All right, let's put our other cover back on and set our seat back in. All right, we got our air compressor going, so kind of noisy. Same thing, arrow to the front. Set it on, set our nuts on it. Set this down as much as we can. All right, let's get our seats set back in here. Okay, let's get our seat. Make sure our seat belts will go between the little grooves cut out in the seat. What the heck is you? Mess around. Get in there. Okay, push it up, snap it down, lock it into place. Get on that side and do that one. See if I can pick it up a little bit. It's right there, it's got a little clip right there. Just gotta make sure that seat's back. There it is, snapped into place. Get a paper towel, I'm gonna clean this up. Put their vacuum cleaner, and headlights back in here. But our job ain't done yet, by far. So I'm gonna let you know in a minute. I'm gonna put those back and I'm gonna explain to you. All right. Don't think this job is done. Get this box out. Number one reason why a fuel pump will go is because as something's putting a lot of strain on it, which will burn out the motor. Very rare. A lot of people are saying, "Oh, you got a lot of gas, a lot of junk in your tank, and all that." Really, it's very rare you're gonna get a lot of dirt in your tank unless somebody purposely put it there. So, a lot of times is the fuel filter gets clogged. So if you're going to change your fuel pump, you definitely want to make sure you change your fuel filter. And here we have a Wix filter, part number 33228. It's a long filter. All right. And also on these filters, let me show you close up. Pay attention because they'll have the words "in" marked on it, and this one will say "out." A lot of them don't, so you got to be careful and watch which way you're installing it. So what we're going to do is we're going to jack up. Now the filter on these is located on the left side of the car, but what I'm going to do is jack up the right side because it's going to be right there and it's easier to get to and easier for you to see it. And make sure you're going to have a screwdriver, pair of snips, just in case there's a clamp up under there. Just like I said, I've never done this before, but that's what's called being mechanically inclined. You don't have to know it, but when you get to it, it looks pretty obvious. So let's get that jacked up, and I'm gonna bring a pair of snips just in case we run into a clamp like we did with the fuel pump, and we'll go from there. All right, let's get our tools set up. Get us a blanket, cardboard. Bring our bucket up under there for gas spilling out, and we'll be right back. Okay, we got our vehicle jacked up. We got a jack stand, very important. A few times I've got up under the vehicle without the jack, and Steve, Len, you guys told me don't do that mess. So I got my jack stand up under there, and I'm leaving my jack jet for added security. Also, check out my other videos, one about the truck. What I did was take a Coleman 12-volt light, and I hooked it directly into the truck. So the truck is back there, got the extension right here, and these things are pretty cool, especially when you're dealing with gas, because you don't want to get up in there with a drop light or anything that's flammable or that would ignite that gas. All right, so our fuel pump is located right up there, right above the pan. Fuel filter, I'm sorry. And so I'm gonna set you up, and I can pretty much see it, but just in case the camera don't pick it up too well, that's why I got the light there. All right, so let's get you set up, and we'll be right back. Okay, pretty much got a good view of this. Okay, I need to lock this thing into place so it stops moving. There you go, this is my new camera stand from Amazon. Man, it's cool. All right, let's see here. From what it looks like, little light going here. Looks like we got to remove this shield, and looks like it's 2 bolts going in from the other way. Wow. And we got 1, 2, 3, 8mm bolts. All right. So let's cut this light off. Let's get those bolts out of there. I'm hoping that, because these bolts over here, turn me a little bit, we got 2 screws or bolts right there, but they're coming from the opposite way, so I would have to remove this shield right here. So I'm hoping I can just bend this out of the way, which I can, which is good. And there's our fuel filter. Alright, looks like we got a little screw right there, a 10mm nut that's holding it on, and a clamp over there. Looks pretty simple. Get this thing out of the way a little bit more. Alright. We got a screwdriver out here. And a 10mm. Where's my 10, man? Don't I have a 10 out here? What the heck? No, don't you hate when you get up under the vehicle, man? I know I should have the whole set here, and I don't. Well, hey, wait a minute. There's a screwdriver over there. let's get these screws out of here. Yeah, man, this thing is... Dang it, man. Oh, these things are... You know what? Let's go get us a Phillips screwdriver. I'm gonna get a socket to see if I can get it better. Right back. Okay. What I got here is a 5mm deep 1/4" drive socket. There we go. All right, loosen it up. Get off here. Get. These are some. All right, let's push that back. All right, let's go to the other side. And loosen that one up. Okay, just enough till it slides back. Now, what I'm gonna do, before I take off that 10mm to drop this down, I just want to get our screwdriver and break that loose. Break the seal loose. Well, it's not actually a seal, but you know, the hose may be up there for so long. Make sure our bucket's up under there. Okay, that's coming off, so okay, that's cool. I'll deal with that. Okay, now let's get our 10mm deep 1/4" drive. Let's get this pump out of here. I mean, this filter out of here. All right. Okay, this thing should come down. There we go. Now on the other end, what I'm gonna do is just twist it, and it should break loose and come right out of there. Nope. You know, this is whoa. So where's that screwdriver at? There's a couple of ways to do it. I can grab that with a pair of pliers or something. But I'm gonna see if I can loosen it up with the screwdriver. And I am taking very careful not to pinch that hose or prick that hose in any kind of way. And I got it loose. And let's see here. There we go. It's out. All right. Now remember, our fuel filter says in and out. So I just drop that bracket in there. Put the gas. Damn it. So let's get our new filter over here. And they got these little protective covers on the end. Let's take that off. Alright, let's make sure we are looking at. Alright, here's the inside. So fuel gonna go in through there. Let's get that in there. Okay. It's a good time to set up our clamp back here again. Looks like it's set to some grooves on top of here. And then it goes up. Yeah, whenever it feels like it, right? bad angle here. This is starting to be pull. You know what? While I got this out, let's hook this hose up so we stop this gas from leaking. All right, now get this thing up under there. Any day now. You know what? With that screwdriver. Because of that rubber ring right, that rubber around there. There we go. Push a little bit more. Oh man, okay. Let's get our 10mm nut up there. Okay. How you doing? You doing okay? Alright, let's get up under here. Let's tighten that up. Okay, now let's bring our clamps back up. Remember, 5mm. Let's tighten those up. Okay, let's get one in the back. Okay, that's it. Yeah, let's bend our shield back into place. And let's get our bolts stuck, put in there. Yeah, I knew this was gonna give me a hard time. I knew it. The way I bent that thing out of the way. Oh, man. Let's get way up under here now. Okay, where is it? If I can see it, then I can do it. You won't get in my way now. Freak, man. Get away. That's what I'm talking about. Astral. Exactly what I'm talking about. You guys don't play. That is sweet. All right, everything is good, back in place. Alright, I'll pull these gloves off. Alright, I'll meet you back on the outside. Let's get all our tools and get things from under here. We'll be right back. Okay, before we continue on, here's our old pump. Here's our old fuel filter. Now check this out. A good way you can check whether a fuel filter, especially, is no good, what you do is check it. Now this one, see how the arrow is facing that way? That means the fuel goes that way. So if I go this way, see that little gas come out? See how it's a little clean? Now what you want to do is take it backwards. Look at that. So that, so how dark that was? That's how you know that filter was clogged, and that's how you know it put a lot of strain on the fuel pump. Now, go back on the video where we diagnosed this car, and looking at the notes we had put up there on the receipt. Also needs air intake hose, can cause rough running condition, definitely, especially if you got one with a mass airflow in line with that. The codes was misfire detected on cylinder number 4, and also had an open injector circuit on cylinder number 3. But I noticed somebody was checking it out at that time. I remember now, and so it could have been that they left it disconnected. And what's not up here is that when we did a fuel pressure test, the fuel pressure on this was 25 psi here, and it's supposed to be 50. So going back on this, see, there's our hole right there. So we're definitely going to need an intake hose, and you want to make sure you tell the customer all this when you first diagnose it. You don't want them to be under the impression that, you know, this one thing is going to fix it and that's it. All right, I've got a few issues here. So what we'll do in the meantime, what I'm going to do just to get further into diagnosing, I'm going to take some electrical tape and wrap it up around this just to seal it up momentarily, but it's got to be replaced. I see a lot of people put duct tape on it and hey, it lasts forever, but I can't do that. And also what we're going to do is we're going to hook up a fuel pressure gauge on this again and check out our fuel pressure. All right, so let's get that get our fuel pressure gauge and put some electrical tape on that. All right, we'll be right back. Okay, we got our tape and everything up there. Let's put this key on. I'm gonna have to put it off and on for a few times, because when you put the key on, the fuel pump comes on for a few seconds and it shuts right out. So we gotta put it on off and on for 2 times to see what this fuel pressure does. All right. There we go. And that's about 2 times. Get this tape out of the way. Oh, you can't see that, can you? Let me get this stuff out of the way. About 46, 48 psi. And I'll put some tape on it too. I'm gonna see what happens when I try to start this thing up. Check this out. Let me go put me some new gloves on and all. But again, you know, check out that other video. We did the fuel pressure. It was like 25. All right, let's get the key. We'll get the key. Let's start this. So hopefully the battery is charged up enough. Let's crank this up. All right. Alright, last time I was covering in 1. But I got a misfire here. I know I do. I can hear air. No, might have been a pump. Alright, but we definitely got a misfire here. Let's Alright, let's shut this off and see which cylinder's misfiring.